Good morning. Thank you all for coming today. It's a beautiful day, right? This has been a long time coming. My name is John Mills, president of the Alex Brienne Corporation, a Connecticut-based nonprofit. What we do is we research the formerly enslaved, try to find any current day descendants, and then we try to inject them into the communities where they lived, worked, or died. This is an injection of Fortune into the community where he lived, worked, and died.
We thank you, Lord, for the presence of this mural that anchors and identifies this center as a place of refuge, of joy, of recreation, of growth, of power, of peace.
Because he lives.
All right now, we ain't playing no games. We ain't joking.
Today, Martin Luther King marched on Washington so that Barack Obama could live inside as president. Someday there will be tomorrow, where heroes will wear capes that looked a lot like brown skin. Tomorrow I will dream like Martin, write like Maya, and play like Kobe, innovate like Madam CJ and lead. Like Michelle and Barack, tomorrow I will be a product of my todays and all of the yesterdays that I never got to meet. Tomorrow I will be whatever it is that I can imagine myself to be. Until then.
Going on then, Melanie. Done inspired me. I'm about to go do something today. And a lot of people who have supported me for many years, a lot of them are here today. A.J. Schrag, who grew up in this neighborhood, worked with a friend of mine, Aaron Rignon, who's here from New Jersey. The group I'm associated with called the Feel Good Fam raised $3,000. Tyler Moses and Kathleen DeMars of the Boo Crew raised $4,000. My Run, Lift, and Live family raised over $5,000. Individuals, I mean, I'm talking about just $20, $50 donations. So I reached out to Matt Conway, the executive director of the Rise Up group, and Matt said, well, you need to go talk to that community. Let's get them into a steering committee. I reached out to Martin Begnaud. He gave me a bunch of names. He gave me Rachel Guest's name, Neva Vigezi of St. John's Episcopal Church, Holly Maxson of Waterbury Public Schools, Wendy Tyson Wood of the Greater Waterbury NAACP agreed, Tammy Denise of the Connecticut Freedom Trail, Maybeth Morales Davis of Waterbury Arts and Tourism Commission, Sharia Makuchi of Palace Theater, Judith Mancini of the Mayor's Office, Todd Levine of the State Historic Preservation Office, and Bob Burns of the Mattatuck Museum. And so I'm eternally grateful for all the work all of these people put in. I think we should look at the formerly enslaved with reverence. We should exalt them. We should inject them into our communities. We should make sure that their names are remembered.
I am just very grateful to be here today with all of you. This mural has truly been a labor of love for me. As a person of color, having the opportunity to tell stories of people of color on such a grand scale is a profound honor. One of the most moving moments for me was just after I had put the final touches on the mural. A group of children approached, eager to learn about what they were seeing on the wall. I got to share Mr. Fortune's story with them and got to see their fascination. For me, that reaffirmed the mural's role as an educational and inspirational tool. And I feel like from the time I started the mural, it's been doing what we intended it to do.
You know, I would drive down here sometimes after she finished the mural. I wouldn't tell nobody. And I'd be parked down there across the street, and she'd be still over here painting, and I'd be ducking, like so she don't see me. She didn't know I was over there.
Good morning. It's nice to see all of you here today to unveil this mural and to celebrate 50 years here at the North End Rec Center. I think it's so appropriate that this mural is here to remind us of the story of Fortune, because it is so important as a country and as a community that we understand all of our history, the things that force us to look into ourselves and into our hearts and see what's really in there and what do we need to change to have a better world. And that is part of what this will do. With this place where young people come to have opportunities and to be able to move forward. And I look at, it's Melanie, the young lady, when I listen to Melanie speak with that poise and that dignity and that grace, I have a great hope for the future of this country, and it makes me feel much, much better.
The first time I met Fortune, I was probably 10 or 11 years old when I walked into the old Mattatuck Museum. He was hanging there, and that's what greeted me at the door, was a skeleton hanging there. That's how I met him. It didn't make sense to me then as a 10-year-old. It makes me so proud to be a Waterbury and to see what the effort, the work that has gone into to actually getting this right. I love this city. This city means a lot to me, and this is so appropriate about bringing people together, collaborating. Black, white, Hispanic, it doesn't matter. It's all about coming together. Just look around. Look at everybody who's here. Everybody's here in unity because of Fortune.
This really touches my heart to see this mural here. It brings me so much joy to be here and to think about the founding fathers of Waterbury, those great leaders who have streets named after them. Well, none of them have a mural. And I'm glad to hear the history, because as a little boy, the first trip my school went to was at the Mattatuck Museum. And I remember a lot of things that day, but the thing that really stayed with me when I left there was the bones, the skeleton. You never know how those things will impact you. The young lady who spoke, oh my God.
Have her stand up, have her stand up.
Yes, please stand up again.
Please stand up.
She, yes, we have a future.
I almost don't have any words because this is so thrilling, chilling, encapsulating for me, for all of us, for Waterbury. Fortune's story is the story of millions of Americans in this country. It is the story of a country waking up far too late. I think we stand out as a model to the rest of the state and to the rest of the country about reckoning, re-upping, elevating. Thank you, Fortune, because you have done so much for us over generations.
And thanks for everyone who made this happen today. Having Fortune on this mural will live on for legacies and for future generations to really understand his story and retell it.
When planning the mural, John had said some things that he still had to raise money. And so I was waiting for him to let us know we could send the link to get this done. And the next thing you know, he turned around and said, oh, it's paid for. And I'm like, well, I didn't do anything. And he was like, oh, that's okay. So John, I don't have a lot of money. However, I definitely want to sow a seed into your next project because your vision and all those that paved the way for us to have this, I definitely want to sow a seed into your next vision. So on behalf of the Friends of the North End, here's just a little token of appreciation. And I don't know where it's gonna lead, but and to this great artist over here, Katiana. They say give your flowers while you're alive, so I'm giving you these flowers, young lady, because you just did the thing. And I appreciate you.